Hello everybody, welcome to another episode. Today we're gonna work on this very easy one color project. You are about to see the reason why we love our vinyl cutters. In case you are thinking of getting one, well, this video might be for you, so let's get started. We're gonna make sure to clean the surface, not just gonna use the homemade solution. It's basically water, alcohol, and a few drops of soap, but you can also use rapid tag, action tag, whatever you have. I mean, this is the best way to save money if you are trying to be on a budget. And if there's any adhesive, you can also use the goof off to remove it completely. Luis is measuring, and usually if you are going to be working with this type of van like the Chevy Express, the window are like 20, how tall is it, like 23?
23.
That panel, like the height is 23. Yeah, we're going to try to keep it under 23 just to make sure that we have the right size. If you can see here, the paint is a little bit damaged. We're going to use the right transfer for this. Of course, we already told the customer that there are some chances that some of the paint will come off. He said it's totally fine. Of course, we're going to take our precautions. Now let's go inside and start gathering all the materials that we're going to use for this project. You already know that we're going to use Oracle 651 vinyl and our favorite vinyl cutter, the Graphtec CE 6060 24-inch vinyl cutter. We're going to use this, the black color gloss finish Oracle 651 and the Conform series transfer tape. All one color, very easy, last minute project. This is another of the reasons why we love making vinyl decals, because you can get it done in just a few hours. The software we used, or we used for this design was CorelDRAW X6, and this is how the design looks like. And the software that comes with the vinyl cutter is the CM3 or Cutting Master 3. If you guys don't want to waste any material, of course, we always try to save whenever we can. And this is why it's so important to make sure to align the vinyl. Luis is about to show you how to do it. Sometimes it takes more than one try. You may get it at the second try, third try, but it's worth investing the time. All right, so basically all he's gonna do, just pull a good amount to the front, and we have the little alignments here. We're gonna use those as the guidance. And then once he's ready, he's gonna send it to the back. Exactly the way it moves back and forth is the way it's gonna move once you start cutting it. It'll give you an idea if the vinyl is aligned or not. It looks good, I think, right? Mm-hmm. We haven't used the vinyl cutter recently. We have been working on a lot of hoodies, t-shirts. We've been using the transfer materials. So that's the reason we hadn't used this machine, and we were trying to figure out the settings. We may get them wrong the first time, so you may see a little difference when we start weeding out. But I mean, there's only one way to find out. Once we start weeding it out, we'll get a better idea if we need to increase or decrease the cut force. If you guys are liking this video and you guys want to make the three of us very happy, make sure that you give us a like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. We would also appreciate it if you share this video with your friends, relatives, with whoever you think can use this content. Thank you so much. And this is the reason why we always align the vinyl. As you can see, there's a good amount already up front. If you don't align it, you're gonna end up wasting a lot of material if you work with this size project. Our vinyl cutter is finally ready. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the vinyl, but can you guys move to this side because I'm right-handed, but I gotta do it from this angle here. And I can clearly see where I need to make the cut from there. I always try to leave some room here. I don't wanna be too exposed to the decal or the letters, so that's why I saved some. I left about a half an inch, or maybe a little bit more than that. But we are done with the first section. I'm gonna start weeding out the numbers. Usually we do from left to right, and the letters we do right to left. So I'm gonna start with this section here, and of course we added some weeding boxes. So far, it seems like we have the settings right. There's no need to increase or decrease. It's cutting perfectly fine. And see how I'm doing this by myself. It's a lot easier when you apply those weeding boxes. I'm gonna do this section now, and we divided the logo to make it easier to handle it. Now we can do the letters from the opposite side. I'm gonna turn or rotate that, and then Luis is gonna assist me. We could have added a small width box at the bottom section, like the small letters. Our customer is waiting for us outside. That's why we also gotta get moving. We don't wanna make him wait too long. And actually, the settings need to be increased. Never mind. It's not a big deal. That's why it's always good to have some extra help. I mean, if possible. Sometimes it's just the font. Unfortunately, he wanted this font close to the sample. Not a big deal though. I mean, it's manageable. Nothing to worry about. This is how you can give a nice effect. I hope I did it right. Did I do it right, Luis?
Yeah, it's an
like
what
that?
we call a negative.
Yeah.
The letters
All right.
are a negative.
All right, so I should have asked him before doing anything, but I mean, I saw the design earlier, so I kind of get an idea. And really nice. I think we got it done. See how easy it was to weed it out. We're gonna apply the paper transfer on the first section. The thing I like about this type of transfer is that when you apply it on the decal, you get less wrinkles. I'm gonna make sure to have enough room. Looks good right there. And I'm gonna start from the center so I can send all the tension to the sides. Like this. Remember, if you do not have help like we do, you can always get the tape application rollers. It makes it a lot easier when applying your transfer on medium to larger size decals. For the back side, we're gonna use a different transfer. This is exactly the type we are gonna use is the hard tape AT65. This is a medium to low tag. The weather is perfect to do either a wet or a dry application. And this is all the material that we are gonna use for this project. And you can see the difference in the two transfers that we used, the AT65 and the Conform series. If you guys haven't got your little magnets, I strongly recommend that you guys get them, as well as the cutting knife. It makes it easy when taking the measurements. You can move the decal very easily. So this is the idea. We're gonna start from the center to the bottom, and then we'll do the top section. I mean, another option could have been like cut it in half and then just do one side and then the other. But you know, whatever works, I recommend that you guys try different techniques and stick to the one that works best. All right, so we're gonna lift this bottom section, and this is how you can tell when you are using a high tag transfer. It's a lot easier when lifting the decal or the vinyl from the backing paper. Now Luis is gonna start removing this side here, and look at that. Hopefully we don't get many bubbles. I don't see any so far, but we can always get rid of them, no problem at all.
Still have doubts of my skills.
So we're gonna repeat the same steps on the side, the back. We're gonna apply the one on the back. This is where the paint is a little damaged, and this is the decal. If you look at it, there are no wrinkles. When you expose it to the sun a few minutes later, you will end up with a whole bunch of wrinkles on the decal before you apply it. That's the only downside about plastic transfer. See all those wrinkles? I cannot stand them because they make hard to apply it. I mean, here's not a big deal because you can definitely do a wet application, but if you are working with a surface like this, glass, then it will be really hard. It will take forever the fluid to dry. We haven't used any transfer, I mean not transfer, but tape, except inside. They started getting some tension in that section, and you can always cut it like that. Usually the smaller decals, those are the ones that give you more of a challenge. The ones on the side were like at least 4 times bigger than this one, and everything went perfectly. I mean, everything's going well with this one too. We just had to get creative. See, this is exactly the reason why we use this transfer. If you can see, none of the paint is coming off so far, and this section was a risk and nothing happened because we are using that transfer. So let's talk about our vinyl cutter. For this project, we used our Graphic CE6060, and this is how much we paid for it. This one is the old version. Right now, there are 2 newer versions with different prices. If there's a vinyl cutter that we recommend, without a doubt, the Graphic is the one that we would totally recommend. One thing you gotta keep in mind though, you still gotta get the software to vector your images, and that is CorelDRAW, and it can be a little pricey. Now, if you cannot wait to save $2,000 for your vinyl cutter, there's a cheaper option. Actually, 2 different cheaper options. The first one is the Cameo 4 Pro 24-inch vinyl cutter, and this is how much you can pay for it right now. The second one is the Cameo 4. This is the 12-inch vinyl cutter, a lot cheaper than the other one, but this one is only 12-inch. The great thing about these vinyl cutters is that you can cut big projects and you don't need to use a cutting mat every time. And the best part is that they come with their own software to create your designs, and it is totally free. Now back to our video. This is the finished product. It was very easy to work on this project, and it didn't take very long. That's why we consider investing in a vinyl cutter a smart decision. If you guys want to support our channel, we have memberships available. Just go to the join button and you will get all the options available. If you like this video, make sure you give us a like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. And remember that you can get your materials and equipment through our website, that is www.rdidecals.com. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you until the next one.